is going on? Good morning to you guys. Monday morning. I'm back full effect again. I was out on vacation for 1 week. Went down to Cabo San Lucas, and good Lord, was it hot out there. So it was pretty humid, pretty hot. But nonetheless, it was a good 5-day vacation. I'm back at it again. Here today, wanted to share some knowledge, some expertise, maybe some information, maybe some motivation, something to help you grow your business. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about that new law that kicked in, and a lot of agents are already starting to see the repercussions, and you've heard it a million times, probably a gazillion times by now. And that law is the law of the seller no longer has to pay a buyer's agent a commission. Now, the key word is no longer has to pay a buyer's agent commission. Doesn't mean that they won't agree to it, right? You just can't, as a listing agent, you cannot charge a buyer's agent commission for the buyer's agent. You can no longer do that. But you can still charge a buyer's agent commission for yourself. And I think there's a misconception going on with that. I was looking over the listing agreement, and it has two sections. Section at the top is where you can request your commission as a listing agent. What are you going to charge the seller to list his home? And then the other side is, if you get the buyer, how much are you going to charge them to represent that buyer? So you can go, like in my case, or in our company's case, we do 3.5 for the listing side, right? And then we do 2.5 for the buyer side. So we were talking about this for the past couple of weeks, and I had a couple of agents bring up hey, it's going to be a lot easier for me to take on listings now because I don't have to charge 6% or more. All I have to worry about is my commission. And I say, well, yeah, you're right. That is true. But then I asked them, well, how many homes have you double-ended, right? How many homes have you double-ended in the time that you've been in real estate, or that you've sold real estate or gotten listings, or etc.? How many of those homes have you double-ended? And the question is none, which is something that is very true in our business. Very rarely, right, if I was to put a number, right, and again, I'm just guesstimating here, just based on being on the MLS every day and looking at properties that are active, sold, and comparables, and very rarely, I would say 5%, if not less than 5%, of homes that are listed and sold are ever double-ended. So the question you have to ask yourself is, going into this new world of we no longer have to charge a commission for the buyer's agent, right? When you take on a listing, are you going to bring that conversation up to your seller up front, right? Because a lot of agents are saying, well, it's going to be a lot easier for me. Well, yeah, it might be easier for you to take the listing, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to sell the property, right? Which is basically no difference than what we've ever been doing. I mean, from the gate, we take on listings. Sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't sell, right? Sometimes they pay 6%, sometimes they don't pay 6%. Sometimes we double in, sometimes we don't double in, right? It's all the same, ladies and gentlemen. It's just being repackaged a little differently, that's all. Everything is negotiable. Think about this. If you're a listing agent and you're not asking your seller to cooperate with a buyer's agent, well, that's going to be a very difficult situation for you and your seller, because your seller thinks they're saving money, but they're saving money and the home is not selling. So how much money are you really saving? Or in reality, how much money are you really making, seller? Because you're in the business of making money, right? You're selling your home to make money, but the home is not getting sold. So you're getting a coupon, you're getting a savings up front, but your home is not selling. What good does the coupon do you? None. There's no value to that. So my recommendation, and this is what I've been, having this conversation with my agents, is if you decide, if you can negotiate, which you should negotiate, a commission for the buyer's agent, take into consideration that if you are a listing agent and you do 3.5% commission to you, and then right below there's a section where it says, if the listing agent represents the buyer, how much commission is the listing agent going to charge the seller? I would put in 2.5 and negotiate your 6%, right? The question is, well, what if another agent comes in, Jose? Well, then I would tell my seller, hey, I've already estimated the 2.5 commission for the buyer's agent, because I was originally, when I took the listing, I told you if I got the buyer, I would do 2.5. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that commission over to the buyer's agent. So you no longer have to pay me to represent the buyer. You represent the buyer's agent. Now, obviously, everything comes down to demand, right? How much demand is there for your property? If there's a lot of demand, how many times has the buyer paid for the buyer's agent commission in the past 5 years, 10 years? How many times? Believe it or not, many times. Many. In fact, 2-3 years ago, the buyer was paying for all the commissions, closing costs, everything. They were paying for everything. What do I mean by that? Well, remember, when the rates were low, buyers were raising the price by $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. More than all the expenses involved. The seller was still making a profit on top of that. So in reality, who's really paying for the commission? That's one thing to think about. The other thing is also, the seller bought the property for $200,000, selling it for $400,000, right? The seller's taking their profit in their pocket. Who's keeping all the debt? And inside that debt, which is, the extra $200,000 owed to the bank plus $200,000 in equity, who is keeping those extra $200,000 in debt? Well, the buyer is. And in that debt, did the seller pay for commission and et cetera? Exactly. So in reality, who really paid for the commission? Because the buyer's keeping all that debt. Think about that. Don't let the sentiment going on right now that, to scare you, right? That you can't get paid as a buyer's agent. You got to negotiate. Now you have to negotiate. You have to negotiate. And I think it's great. I think it's going to be the best thing that could ever happen in real estate, because too many agents out there are just winging it. Too many agents out there are taking the easy way out. And they've always have. And this is why we get a bad name and a bad rap. And I've ranted about this a gazillion times, and I don't want to do that in this video. But step up your game, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't step up your game, get out of our way. Get out of the way. The real professionals, the real people that are out there day in, day out, don't have any other job. This is the only job they have. And if they make it or break it, right? And they've been doing this for years. These are professionals in the business. These are real estate agents this is how we eat. This is how we pay for our bills. This isn't a second income. This isn't a, let me work at a warehouse and let me sell, making 30 grand a year, and let me sell 2-3 houses a year and that doubles my income. Right? No. This is real estate, right? Learn how to negotiate, ladies and gentlemen. Negotiate your value, your proposition. There's a couple things that I shared with my team in the past week, and actually one of the agents already put it to work, and it actually worked phenomenal. And it was a 10-point proposition or guarantee, right? The name of the agent, guaranteed. And then right below, 10 steps that he's going to guarantee you throughout the process. And then he signed it. You might want to consider doing that. A resume. Where's your resume at? Now you guys got to apply for the job of representing the buyer. They're going to get to choose who the best realtor is. And it's always going to come down to who they trust and who they feel is going to be able to get them the best deal possible, because either you're a very strong negotiator or so on and so forth. So start picking out 10 things in your line of business of what you do best, and start using that, right, as a way of selling your product. I'm not going to say a sales pitch, because I was thinking about a sales pitch, but it's not a sales pitch, right? The ingredients. If I decide to buy your product, what ingredients are you offering me and at what price? And does it make sense? Or is there a cheaper product that I can buy with the same ingredients? Why would I pay any more? Think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's get to work. Let's make this money. Halfway through the year, we're cranking them. We're cranking these deals out. Peace out. See you guys on the next one.
I was a bat out of hell. One look at me, you think that I was destined to fail. 16 with the homies, ended up in a cell. And my crimes got much bigger on a different scale. Used to run around the hood, throwing my name up. Now they can't tame me and can't smoke enough. Man, this shit getting old, must be growing up. Any lesson life was teaching, I was showing up. You know I gotta thank my mama for her holding us down. 4 kids, she a soldier, nothing breaking her down. Welfare, food stamps, and how we getting it now. And thank God for my big bro Lorenzo, yo. Put some clothes on our backs when our funds got low. Yeah, I really came from nothing, I stay humble, bro. Grind hard and I hustle, that's the life I know. Yeah, so many things done changed. Deep rooted with my brothers, they gon' know our name. Told Ricardo, ain't no felon, we gon' kill this game. And if we take a couple losses, we gon' build on pain. See, whatever didn't break us, that's what's making us now. 17 became a father, had a reason to smile. You go hard or go broke, you can't live in denial. I chose one, went dumb and started winning in style. Fast forward 10 years, selling cribs to the people. 5 companies deep, hardest working Latinos. All muscle boy like a 6'5" El Camino. We the Ponce brothers, reppin' San Bernardino. Yeah, we do this for familia. You know, behind every great man is a great woman holding us down. Yeah. And our seeds are the next generation. And we teach them everything we know so that they may build on what we built.